Welcome to the T by MilSpouse Conversations. Let's meet the conversation starters. We have Sybil Jones, our Navy spouse and CEO. Up next, we have Grace Romo representing Marine spouses. And our very own, I got a resource for that, Miss Anna Bruner, our Navy spouse. And our veteran and Navy spouse, Miss Nye Cruz. And Air Force, Miss Lori Waddell. And our Army National Guard spouse, Miss Julie Provost. We want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, USAA and Make Me Awesome, for making this happen this year. And now, let's get ready to spill the tea. Oh my gosh, folks. Well, hey, I thought we were live like a minute ago, and apparently I did not hit the live button, but here we are. Welcome to MilSpouse Conversations, the T, and we are here and ready to chat with you to give you some PCS prepping tips. So now let me tell y'all real quick. Here at MilSpouse Conversations, we are all about entertaining you and giving you some good old sweet tea about life. And tonight, it's going to be about PCSing to help you be prepared for your upcoming PCS. And I'm going to tell y'all my tip first. I know Grace said she wanted to go first, but let me just tell y'all my tip first. My tip is don't listen to me, okay? Because I am the worst when it comes to PCSing. All right, anywho. Hey, Grace girl.
Hey, Sybil. I don't know. I feel like people could listen to you. I think you have some good advice. You moved it quite a few times already.
10 times.
Okay, 10. That's a lot. Oh my goodness.
How many times
so
have you PCS, Grace?
Just twice. Yeah, we were in California for a really long time, which I'm grateful for now that I'm not in California. I was like, dang, I should have embraced it while I was there because I miss it. But yeah, only twice.
That's cool. Well, go ahead, girl, because you're our organizer of the group.
Yeah, and that's basically what my tip is. So my tip is to get rid of all your crap. And I mean like all of it. And I don't mean like your bed and your dressers and like the stuff you actually use, but like the crap, the junk, the mispaired socks, the like random thing you put in your closet because you're like, oh, I might need this, tomorrow or the next day. And it's like 5 years later and it's still collecting dust. Throw it away. Just throw it away. And with that, when you're putting your like donate piles and your trash piles and all your giving away stuff, go take it right away. Don't let it sit in your garage. Don't let it sit in your car or on your curb or anywhere else. Just load it up and take it, whether that's to the dump or to Goodwill. It doesn't matter where you're taking it. Just get it out of the house because you're just going to get a bigger pile and you're going to be more and more stressed. So when I find out we're PCSing, I automatically think of all the stuff I can get rid of because it's less things I have to prep for the movers or pack myself if we're doing a ditty. So just get rid of the junk. Just get rid of it.
Ooh, talking about a ditty move. Tell us.
That is so funny.
A
ditty is a do-it-yourself move. You get your own moving truck or you get a moving company to do it. You organize and move all by yourself. The military does not do it. They don't send movers, packers, nothing. So beginning to end, it's you. You get rid of all your crap, you pack up all your crap, you load all your crap, you move all your crap, and then do it all over again at the new place. We do ditties, actually. Both moves, we did it ourselves. And I just don't do packers. Like, I don't want people in my sock drawer or anywhere else. So I do it myself. And I'm an organizer. So everything's in plastic bags, bins, totes, put away and stacked in the moving truck. But yeah, that's a ditty.
Look, I want to ask this fabulous conversation starter if she's ever done a ditty and if she is getting punched in the throat like I am right now about socks because I will, girl, mismatch socks. Oh no, actually today they match.
That's
but
funny.
you know who I'm going to bring on next.
Oh, I can guess.
Anna.
I was like, who's she gonna bring on next?
Anna, have you ever done a ditty?
We have. I don't suggest it. I don't like the ditty moves. It's too much work. But I also don't like the regular moves either. It's also a lot of work. But I really hate packing my own stuff. So
wait a minute, Anna. Wait a minute. Can you give us a little insight about this? Hold on. Talking about, you not enjoying doing a ditty, but can you?
I've got a resource for that. I've got a resource for that.
I forgot about that.
Can you give us a resource for it? Well, non-ditty moves itself?
You do have to weigh your stuff. So you have to have like a place where you can go weigh your vehicle empty. And whatever you're towing the stuff in, you have to weigh it empty and then you have to weigh it full. So know that you have one of those places close by. Know your weight restrictions or whatever. I don't know if you have weight restrictions on Diddy Move or how that works, but yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, so you get reimbursed up to what your weight would be if the military's moving
Okay,
you.
so
So for example, we had like 13,000 pounds. So they'll pay up to what 13,000 pounds would be if the military moved you. Anything over that, we wouldn't get reimbursed for. But if you're moving yourself, it's just going to be the total of your moving vehicle. So
yeah. We've done partial Diddy moves too, where like they moved most of us, but then we would move some of our stuff. So you can get reimbursed for that too. So yeah.
A partial ditty. I think we did a partial our very first duty station. That's when we were young and full of life and adventurous.
Yep.
I'm old and I'm like,
pack my shit.
or the hey, don't look in that drawer. Don't look in that drawer. That's my tip. Know what drawers you do not.
Yes.
Drawers that you do not want movers to open.
Yep.
You take it out.
And you've got to put it. I put everything I don't want them to touch in one room, like a spare bathroom or something, and I tape it off and I show them. I'm like, do not go in that room. That's off limits. That's where my ferocious dog is, and everything I don't want you to see, or everything that we have to take with us while we're driving. Yeah. So,
Nishita was shaking her head about taping off the room. So, girl, I feel like there's a story that you were like this.
Yeah, because they'll be in everything.
Yeah,
they'll be in everything. That's why.
And they're fast. Like as soon as you gotta be
yeah.
ready, because they come in and like swarm the place.
Mm-hmm. I put my stuff in my car because even sometimes you be like, don't touch it. They still like, how do you get in this room? But they will touch everything and then leave 5 cabinets in the kitchen. You went in the room, I taped off, but you didn't get this. The whole hallway closet. We finished. No, I don't think so, boo. You left this whole hallway closet and I ain't got no room for that. I don't have nothing to do with this. You're gonna need to take this, all these winter coats and stuff with you. I can't do it. It's summertime.
Yeah.
Like,
we had to move it or sell it. We had to either
they'll pack your dog if it's running around. You got to be careful. Where Poochie go? He was gone. He's in a crate.
They will pack you up. They will pack you up. Ladies, so we know Grace has done 2 PCSs. How many have you done, Nishita?
A gajillion, too many. I've done every kind of move. Diddy move, partial move, overseas split move, back to the States split move. Every kind of move. I hate them all.
I hate them all.
So, Nishita, you have PCS as active duty as well as a spouse.
Yeah.
Is there a okay, I want to ask this so I don't get in trouble, because I know like,
don't get me in trouble. That's what I'm saying.
because there have been times in my home, comes to PCSing, that I have, look, dear, I love you, sugar pie, honey bun. But I have felt that the entire PCS fell on my shoulders. And then he shows up when the truck is pulling off. Dude,
Yep.
what? Where you been? What you doing? And then it's
Both times.
why didn't you keep this back? Why did they pack
Yep.
this? Why did they pack that? Dude, you should have pulled that stuff out yourself and set it to the side. So my question to you, Nishita, is the experience. Help the spouses understand what the active duty member is dealing with when it's PCS time. Because I'm sure, like, you're, as the active duty member, you're still reporting to your current command and preparing to transition to the new one. So help us see that picture.
Well, yeah, you still have to go to work and stuff. So I would suppose, because we were dual military, I was never like, he would say he was a military spouse, but he wasn't really a military spouse. You know what I'm saying? He was like active duty service member, and I was too. So that's a lot different because we both had to go to work and then be, that was just different. But I would say, as the active duty service member, it is nice to have somebody at the house who's just going to take care of that stuff, because you have a lot of obligations still. You still have to check out. You still have to show up to every place you need to be. So having that person there to do that, I think that service members should really be thankful for that person, because they get to walk off and leave and, oh, I have to go do this, I have to go do that. And meanwhile, it's a lot of work. I think people in their mind think, oh, the movers come. It's all glamorous. The movers come and then they pack all your things. And then you sit there and you kind of you ate a snack and then you get them a snack. And then you're like, oh, my stuff is packed. It's never like that. It's like a gajillion things left over when they leave. You have dust bunnies you did not know existed, even though you felt like you was cleaning. I was cleaning this place. And you'd be like a giant dust bunny somewhere in a corner. You like, oh, I don't want to. Asking the movers, like, could you get that? And they're like, no.
The dust bunnies.
Just pack it. Yes, it's all kinds of stuff going on when you move. Like, I know I pull my refrigerator out to clean. I pull my stove out to clean. I do all kinds of stuff to clean. And I swear to you that every time somebody come to move something, I feel like, am I a hoarder? Because I don't know what's happening right now. Like, did I do this? And then by the time I clean up, the people that we rent from, they're always like, oh my God, it looks like no one lived here. And I feel like I lost 50 pounds during the move. My cardio was up, my heart, you know what I mean? And my husband just, he's saying, oh, everything's done. And I'm just like, and he's all, why are you so tired? What?
You're like,
you tired? Yeah. Then we get to where we going. Look, y'all, it's a whole other thing. You get to where you're going, even if you're in a hotel, don't get a kitchenette. They were like, oh, what's for dinner? What? I be trying to get the hotel. I be trying to get the hotel every time. Like, oh,
and look, and we're going to talk about what happens on the other end of PCSing next week or the week after. But let me ask you guys this.
That's what I tell people.
What is the first thing you do when you hear the words, baby, it's time to go? Those are the words I hear. Baby, it's time to go. What is your initial response?
I don't believe nothing until we got those hard orders. Okay. We've had orders change so many times on us. I don't believe it. Tell me a few weeks out when I can like actually book the trailer and get my boxes and start packing, because I was supposed to be in Japan, y'all. I'm in El Paso, Texas. Let's just leave it at that. Wait for your hard orders.
One time I was supposed to be in Norway. I ended up in Ann Arbor. So don't even. I'm like, I thought I was gonna get to taste some caribou and everything.
So Anna, do you wait? until you get the hard. Y'all, my dog is over here just being weird. Do you wait until you get the hard orders before the hard copies before you start doing anything, or do you? Well, I already know Anna's answer, but I want you to tell the audience anyway.
Actually, I do. I feel like I'm constantly prepping at this point, like, because we were moving every 18 months to 24 months. And I just got into that habit of constantly trying to clean stuff out. And that would make you think that I have a clean, organized house, but I don't. So I don't know what happens, but this my hubs is on deployment at the moment. And so during this deployment, I've been completely just purging, getting rid of stuff. I put it on my porch and have the veterans people come pick it up. So I'm constantly trying. And then it's like, once you've been somewhere for 6 months, at least in my spouse's career, it's like they start getting wind of what's coming down the road. Right. And so then they're like, well, what do you think of this place? Or what would you think of that place? And then everybody's asking you, well, do you know where you're going next? I'm like, we just got here. We're just here for 6 months. So it's like, it's always in the back of your mind, just.
It's always. Give me 1 second. We're going to go to commercial break and we will be right back. We're going to check out this information about USA. 1 second. All right. I have my USA water bottle and my Make Me Awesome shirt. So if you guys follow us on Instagram, I was doing the water chug challenge this morning, trying to get my life together. And Make Me Awesome has a water chug challenge. I joined. They're actually our sponsor, and they did do a workout for us in December. And I joined a 15-day challenge, which was amazing, y'all. It was workouts and meditations and did some journaling and just really made me reflect on life. And it helped me reflect a lot on my military spouse journey as well. But that's for a whole nother day. Let's get back to PCS tips. So what do you guys do? I know we talked about preparing for the movers, but is there anything special you do when it comes to, we all have kids. Is there anything that you try to do before you actually leave your current duty station?
Anything that was like on the back burner of things we wanted to do, but we just like never really got to it. We'll pick out a few things and make sure we do those before we leave. Just not knowing like if we'll ever be back. But I don't really think so. We just, tell the kids we're moving. Get them prepped for that, but I mean.
Oh, that's a good one, Grace. How far in it? Sorry, a helicopter is flying over my house. Military housing. How far in advance do you tell your kids that they are PCS, or do you tell them?
I do. As soon as we catch wind that we're going to be moving, I'll just let them know, like, hey, we're probably moving soon, but for right now, things are going to stay the same, and then we're going to start packing our stuff. But just make it very, like, nonchalant, not make it a big deal, because kids definitely feed off of your energy and the way you're processing things. So I'm just like, we're going to move soon, new house, it's going to be cool, but I'll tell you when. And my kids are little, so, I could really play it off, but for now.
When they get older, I think.
Yeah.
Now, that's how I have always done it. And my kids are teenagers. I now have a freshman in college, a junior in high school, and a freshman in high school. But just as Grace, when they were little, it was just like, hey, we're going on an adventure. And the reason I said not to listen to my PCS prep tip is because 3 days before the movers come, that's when I prep for the movers. Okay. I'm like, throw all this stuff away. But even with my kids, right? I usually let them know when they were little, not right when we received orders, but a midway point, and it was just very nonchalant. And 3 days before, okay, guys, let's go through your toys, through your closet of junk, and get rid of what you don't want. And y'all, that is still how I operate to this day. Even with the kids, it is very nonchalant. When it's time to move, it is very nonchalant. Guys, we're leaving. And for the most part, they take it pretty well. We did move our oldest daughter her senior year. We moved her from Virginia to San Diego, and it was, hey, we're going to San Diego. And she's like, okay. Now, my middle, she thought she was going to finish school here. And my husband told her that was not going to happen. I just sat back. But her theory is until the moving truck comes, it's not happening. Okay. But we continue living life. We don't talk about it. We're moving. It's part of, and I take the approach of this is part of our life. And they roll with the punches. And I like to move, y'all. I do. I get antsy.
I'm like, and I do get antsy, but I get antsy because I could feel it coming. I can feel it. I already know. Yeah. I know it's coming. And I get a little like, I start throwing stuff away, like Grace said, organizing, like, I don't need this. And I still end up with a lot of stuff I still don't need, but I'm still like, I just feel it. The anxious, like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But I'm not like, I'm not like Sybil looking forward to it. I'm like, it's a small dread that kind of starts here. And it just works its way all the way up into my temple area.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then it comes and I'm like, and then it's over and I'm just like, okay. But then it's like, as soon as it's over, I don't know. I didn't mind when we were younger and I didn't mind when my son was younger, but then definitely when he got like high school, that's when it really started. I was like, kind of be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, cause I wanted to kind of be in the same place for that whole time. And then it didn't work out that way, but it is what it is. It's just a part of the life.
Yeah. That's my approach to it. Like, hey,
that's because you getting what you want. You want to leave. Of course, you're like, oh, well, because you up there like.
I'm like, let's roll. I actually told my husband, he was like, not this go around, but one of our duty stations, I was like, you know what? Pack it up. Let's roll. Let's roll. I can pack it up myself today. We're out.
Now, unless I don't like where I am, but I've been a lot of places I didn't want to go, but then that I really loved after I got there. Most of the time I'm like that. I'm like, oh, I really don't, because I don't want to, because I'm moving in the first place. So I'm just like, But then when we get there, it's like I do a lot of things. I get out, I go here, I go to that. And then I kind of get attached to it. And there's also that too. Like the older I get, the more attached to things I am. When I was younger, I was like, don't matter. And the older I get, I'm kind of like, well, wait a minute. I love this. I love this person. I love that. I want them to stay. I want to, you know what I mean? And then it's like, no, that's a hard stop on that. You know what I mean? That's a hard no. So
hard no. All right. So hold on. I'm looking at my questions. Anna, did you tell us how many moves you've made?
I was counting on my fingers when you asked that. I think it's been about 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And you've done Oconus. Nishida's done several Oconus. And I've done Oconus moves. And Grace missed out on Japan.
I missed out, y'all. We had orders cut. I missed out. But yeah. Hopefully next time.
Yeah, you probably get another chance.
So let me ask you guys, was there a difference in preparing for an OCONUS versus CONUS move? And let me ask this question. What is the difference of an OCONUS and CONUS move? Because some folks don't know. So who wants to tell? We already kind of told the difference, but let's just break it down.
OCONUS is overseas, right? Am I right?
Why are you questioning yourself, Hannah?
Because I'll be that person that says something and then I'll be like, wait, that's completely wrong.
And Miss.
I've got a resource for that. I've got a resource for that. I've got a resource for that.
I'm not going to let you live that down, Anna, ever.
I didn't know that it would be that catchy.
So, if you have pets going OCONUS, how do you prepare?
I think it depends on the country. Like Japan was really strict. You had to start like quarantining the pet and getting their rabies and all that stuff. Like you have to see where you're going. And like, I just recommend seeing the base vet because I think they're the easiest to ask rather than trying to go out in town and ask a vet. The base vet will know what the requirements are.
And it's cheaper.
Yes. A lot cheaper.
Yeah,
and I've heard, when we were in Japan, I saw so many people over there with dogs, and one person had like 2 dogs that I swear could have been grizzly bears. They were huge, and they had to have specialty crates made for those dogs to get them on the plane. I couldn't believe that they had them over there.
That's very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have to get all those shots and everything.
She's got it made with how little she is. She's more portable.
The crate, all that. It's like crazy because even the we had to move during COVID, the COVID restrictions. I couldn't get the dog to the base. I had to use the a vet who could sign for the health certificate, and then I had to actually take it up to the U.S. agricultural office in Lansing, like myself, and then they were closed. I had to like call them like, please help me. I have to leave. I can't leave my dog here. They were like, ma'am, we closed. I'm like, but so I had to go up there, leave the paperwork on a desk, and then leave. And then they came back and got the paperwork. And then I didn't realize what she was saying at the time, but I had the wrong forms.
Yeah,
they were right, but to travel, but they were wrong for the quarantine. So when we got to Japan, the next time our dog had to be quarantined, even though I did all of the right stuff. It was just the form was just a broad international form, and it was supposed to be a Japanese specific form. And I guess during all of the moving, because it was very stressful, I don't know what happened, but it never clicked in my mind. It was my second time going to Japan, but it didn't click in my mind that this was not the specific form. So when I got there, they were kind of giving me a hard time. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, it's all there. And they were like talking to each other and confirming with each other. And they finally just kicked us out the airport, like, take your dog and go. And then I got to the base vet, and the base vet, she was like, your dog's still going to have to be quarantined. So of course I was all like, what? I did my paperwork. I got all like in my feelings, like, what are you talking about? And she was like, trying to explain to me. And I just, the foggy travel and all that. I was just like, whatever. And then I went home after a few days, and I was thinking about what she said. I was just called back like, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry I argued with you. You are the expert. I don't know anything. I made a mistake. She was like, it's okay.
Nishita. Girl. So as you're prepping for your PCS, and you're getting everything organized and cleaning out everything. Or for some of us who still take the mix
Waiting to the last minute.
or take our mix, I can't even say it, mix match socks.
I brought them here this time. I didn't even know because they pack so much. They pack so fast, like, and they pack so fast, and they disassemble every doggone thing that they could. Like every, those little carts you push around, every piece of that cart is folded down, broken. I used to them just wrapping stuff up. No, they took apart every single thing, like everything. And I'm just like, no. And I have to rebuild all this stuff. And I'm just like, can I just wait until I get to where my husband is at so then he can do it? I used to build everything and then he started doing it. And now I'm so totally spoiled. I'm just like, I just bring boxes in the house and then he.
That's what I love about Diddy, because you don't have to break down everything. Like our big gazebo in the back that we have, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tear down every single little piece. But since we moved ourselves, like we just made it into like 4 little pieces and we put them on the sides of our U-Pack and they fit perfectly. So we came out and just attached 4 sides, done. I was like, oh, thank God. So like all the work having to load it for me was worth it on the other end.
Rebuilding it, yeah.
So, Grace, how long does it take you to pack when you do a Diddy? This is just me being nosy now, because
the first time I did it like in a day because it was just me. I didn't have kids, so I didn't have to worry about anything. Now the second time I did it, I had 3 kids and my husband, so who was still doing the checkout process and all that craziness. So that probably, I don't know, a 4 or 5 day period of just like packing, organizing, making sure I want things broken down a certain way, that type of stuff. And then it took us like a day and a half to load the U-Pack itself. But again, I had little kids running around and a teenager with an attitude. So, it was a lot of work. But it was worth it for us. And something, if you don't know, if you do a Diddy, you get that money that the military would have paid to move you themselves. You get that money in return. So if you can really cut down on your expenses moving, you can pocket some money. So,
girl, how you got that money? I ain't never get my money.
We ain't talking about that part. It takes a while.
Always come up with a reason, like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, we're still dealing with kickback.
And then this right here, and then 6 months later, you're like, where's my money? And they're like, well, sometimes we a little long time. What about this? You got a receipt for this? You like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I will give travel pay like they're trying to streamline it a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah, that's pain. And I think
but it's like that travel pay across the board is like that though.
Yeah, for sure. Tons of kickback, a lot of specifics, and I think that's probably a PCS tip in itself is like do your research. Ask questions. They have classes on bases that you can take about moves. Commands sometimes do it themselves. Just know your stuff, because when they do push you back, you can push back again,
keep accurate records.
For sure. Receipts, all that stuff.
They're not gonna give you stuff you can't prove.
Yeah, whether you're moving yourself or if they're moving you, take pictures of your valuables, make sure they're on your high valuable list. All the things. There's so many things that go into PCSing, and you don't know, especially for a new spouse.
The pictures, most definitely. And this is before the movers. Actually, I do this the day that the movers are there. Turn my TV on and take a picture of the TV on. Because we have one of our flat screens. It worked.
Yeah.
It did not work when we received it.
Yeah,
and we were asked to prove that it was working. And so I had the TV on and one of the packers was standing right next to it. So I took the picture and I was like, nope, that was one of the movers right there. So the TV worked just fine.
I know I've never really made a claim. I mean, it's just so annoying. I don't know. Some people are really on that stuff and I'm just like, I'm over it. By the time I get my stuff like 20, glasses in, I'm just like, I don't even care. because I want to buy the stuff again anyways, but I guess I could just
Yeah.
buy it with their money. But it's such a hassle. They're just hassling you. Like, well, what about this? Well, stop asking me questions. You know, them people came and got my stuff and took it out of here. And you know I wasn't just sitting up here watching no broke TV. Like, who does that? You know we weren't just sitting up here drinking out of broken glasses. Come on.
The glasses and that kind of stuff, I don't
Yeah,
worry about now. And this is for our next show, but I will just say this now. Because it wasn't my fault, but 2 crates went missing from Virginia to San Diego.
Mhm.
I'm like, how did you lose 2 crates?
I could tell you how.
And it was supposed to be a door-to-door.
When they came and brought our stuff this time, it was in crates when it left there, and then it wasn't in crates when it got here.
See, that's for a whole nother show.
And they just brought the stuff in the house because they wanted to put it all in one truck. So I was like, oh, they're really not supposed to open them unless you're there. You have to sign it. Mm-hmm. But they had already started. When they called me that morning, they were like, oh, all your stuff will fit in one truck. So we were just opening the crates. I'm just like, and I think it's because of COVID. So there used to be like a lot of experienced workers before. And then now it's just a lot of new people. They really don't sometimes know like what they can and cannot do. But they're there to do the work. So I don't complain too much. So, but now, do you guys have any expensive furniture?
Sorry, my lights started getting really bright.
It is brighter than earlier.
It is bright now. All of a sudden. Do you guys have expensive furniture? Like I never buy like really expensive stuff that I want to keep.
No, there's things that like we want to buy, but like we just hold off because it's gonna break, get stolen, something's gonna happen to it, and I'm just like, well,
I don't want to care. Yeah, I don't want to care about a lot of other stuff to think about.
Yeah, we have a really nice dining room set, bedroom set. The bedroom set was in one of the crates.
I thought you end up getting them, the crates.
I did. Months later, and after, I kind of lost it just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. But we had already went out and bought other furniture because, I mean, I couldn't sleep on the floor mat. Hold on, question. Hold on, let me see.
No.
This may be for
I tip them with a meal. You can have lunch. Never. I never have because I don't understand the rules around that. I don't give them money. I give them food. You want some pizza? You want to order something? I know people in Italy, you could cook them food, but I didn't do all that. I was like, I want some sandwiches.
I'm not cooking. I barely cook for myself.
Shoot, I cook all the time, but I ain't know. And then I have made the mistake of giving them way too much food, and they were sleepy. And they just like, I'm tired now. I'm just like, oh. Last time I just ordered them pizzas and stuff. And I give them waters. I make sure we have waters. I have coffee, pizza, or whatever, some snacks or like little hors d'oeuvres or whatever. But I never give them money.
Yeah, no, never.
Do you guys give them? Do you guys tip them?
I'm the mover and the packer, so I'd be tipping myself.
Well, if you go to Japan, you ain't gonna be able to do your daily.
No, that's for sure. Well, actually, when we had orders to Japan, my house was prepped for the packers, and then right before that happened, we switched.
I do that sometimes, and
so
I didn't do it. Like the older I get, the less any of that goes on, Grace. That's what I'm gonna tell you. When I was young, I was like, I'm gonna put this in this box. I'm gonna put this over here. It's gonna be clean when they come, and it's gonna be great. Girl, I'm pushing 50. I'd be like, look, y'all, I don't know. They asking me where this go in a box. Not sure.
You're pushing 50, girl. You ain't pushing 50. If you pushing 50, I'm pushing 60.
I'm bitching 50. And then when they came this time, it was so
No,
bad.
Nashida is the old head of the bunch. Just saying.
You ain't have to go there. Look, I voluntarily
just
said I was
tell
pushing
it like
50.
I
You
did.
ain't have to just come out and just dang.
No one would have ever known.
Right. But I'm just telling y'all because I'm not. They came last time and I was just like, dude, where'd this go? I was like, oh, what it say? It's in Japanese. I was like, can't read it, don't know. Just put it. Can you put it all in the living room kind of in the garage? I don't know what to tell you. They just like had to look through stuff. They built some stuff for us, and I was just like, really?
Wait a minute, I want
Like,
to know who's pushing 55.
Facebook users.
I'm reading, yeah.
right,
Feed them
Facebook.
before I
I'll
I
feed
will
them
feed
before
them
I
before I
give
give
them
them
money.
some money. Yes, I'll feed them. And Angela, girl, what kind of
One
pizza
time-
have you ordered? Because you said that the driver told you he was a vegetarian. So what kind of pizza had you ordered?
I'll order them whatever they want.
A veggie pizza.
Yeah.
No, she
whatever
said
they
she
want.
had ordered pizza. Then the truck driver said that he was a vegetarian.
Oh, then pick it off. I don't know
Oh,
what to
I
tell
always
you.
ask them first. And I give them a choice. Do you want this? Do you want Subway sandwich? You want this? You want what you want? And they always pick pizza.
And she's just trying to make sure her stuff don't get broke. That's what she's trying to do.
Girl, one time the guy, he broke
That's
my
a
fish
cream and
tank
pepperoni.
before he even left. He stepped on it, like stepped into it and just demolished the fish tank. Another time the guy, we were like, oh, did you drop this? It was a box there. He was like, no, I can't use any kind of sharp objects because of my court order. And we were like, what? Right. He was really nice though. So I guess he got a second chance. But I was just like, yes, we've had them do all kinds of stuff in the house. Like, yeah, I don't want to get my stuff broke, but I don't think it's gonna help. I think it's gonna help.
No, look, I'm always like, we do feed them. We make sure we have water, Cokes. Now, if I'm at home, I'm just like, all right, this is what we're having. My husband, however, he goes around and takes an order. And then he so kindly, because he did our last PCS. I usually drive the whole PCS train. Well, he was in charge of the last one, right? Because all I was doing was sitting there or laying on the couch. And it was so hard for me. It was so hard. And Nashida, talking about them breaking stuff in front of you, I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you now on the show. Remember the flowers you sent me in the smiley face?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I walked outside. The packers had taken all the vases and they were outside in the garage. And I walked out and I was like, hey. And he jumped and dropped the vase.
You scared him, Sybil? That's the story you're going
Yeah. I'm just shocked you kept it. I'm like,
but it was amazing.
she didn't even care. I said to her, she was like, girl, who care about listening these stupid socks? She never, everybody, she was like, oh my God, this is, she was like, and then she just sent me something, and then I was like, I'm shocked that you kept it.
Yes, I kept it.
See, girl, she don't like to tell me how she feel. You see that? She be like, Nashida, whatever. Right. That's what she be. But look, proof that she actually cared. She kept it.
That's funny. That's too funny.
Don't tell anyone that I have feelings. All right, guys. Do you have any other tips that we can give for prepping before we say goodnight? So I can go in here and prep this dinner before my children come home and tell me that we're going to order pizza. Or actually,
ordering pizza.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm going to just call Angela. I'm not a vegetarian. I will take your lasagna that you made today. See, that's what happens when your friends watch the show. You know what they're cooking for dinner, and you're like, hey.
I think one tip I would tell people is just breathe, like keep breathing. Don't hold your breath on a lot of stuff. Don't, it's frustrating sometimes. It's just know that it's gonna be over. It's not gonna last forever. You're gonna get that stuff shipped. You're gonna get to where you're going. Just give yourself, some grace, like Grace's name, but namesake. But yeah, just be easy on yourself and your kids and your husband. It's all gonna be okay. It doesn't seem like in the moment sometimes, but it is gonna be okay. Just get you some woosah moments in there.
Breathe for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4.
Y'all are over here all like inner peace. I'm like, get your drink, get your wine, your beer, your coffee, your whiskey,
or
whatever
whatever
you want,
do, yeah,
and just
relax.
Grace, I am giving up coffee and alcohol right now because I'm trying to figure out if that is what is sending me in a tailwind. But I keep starting and stopping. I'm not an alcoholic.
It froze when you said that. Computer was like,
you're wrong. Lie detected.
Oh, another thing, if you go
I just drink my water, mind my business.
Drink your water. Look, the internet tried to stop you from saying all that because we didn't. The internet was like, no, stop. The internet just they were like, wait, oh. But if you are traveling overseas, they make these little transformer type plugs. Don't forget to take those because you need them for your blow dryer, your curling irons, because it's going to be a different plug. A Euro plug in Europe, and then the Japanese plug is a little different. But you're going to need that when you go to Japan, it won't really matter because you're going to the base. But when you go into Europe, anywhere over there like Germany, Italy, they make these little transformer plugs. You need to put that in your suitcase. It is very important because you will end up looking like me every day. Like you're just having a bad hair day. And after you move, sometimes you need to be cute. You need to be cute one day. Just be like yourself without, burning up your blow dryer, overheating your favorite curlers. It's going to make your day worse because you're never going to find it again. You can be like, this is my favorite blow dryer. It's dead. So get you, it's really easy to find them, order them online. Just make sure you and if you don't have it when you get there, just get it when you get there from the exchange or from somebody. Just make sure you have it's a little well, I don't know. Who's been to Europe? Anybody been to Europe? It's just a little plug and it's a transformer in there, and you could get it, just order from Amazon, make it simple. But you could get it in larger stages. So whatever wattage your blow dryer or curler is, just make sure it will compensate for that. And also for the men, shavers, because sometimes they have the ones that plug in. Anything that's electrical that you take with you, you're going to need to convert that electricity. So make sure you take that when you're going overseas. And don't worry about blankets. People be like, I want to take out my comforters. They sell that stuff there. But that thing right there, they have it there, but you might not be able to get it for like a few days. You take it with you.
Get that converter and put it in your bag that you are taking with you, not that you have left sitting out that the packers pack. And it is now on the truck going on the ship to meet you.
Don't do that. Maybe get it after. Like, I don't know, but make sure it's in your bag. Yeah, because that's when I was in Italy. That's I always told people, like, I would call them before they can. Hey, make sure you have this thing. If you don't have it, I got an extra one. Call me Because I'm just saying, you guys do your hair, right? You want to do your hair, or you want to plug in something
I
that
don't
you
use a blow dryer.
Well, what do you use, Simple, that you plug in?
Nothing. I wash it, shake it.
No, I'm just meaning
Not for
anything.
your
Anything
hair
you plug
in
in that you,
general.
anything that you plug in that you use. She just over there trolling.
Y'all
everybody.
know
Come on.
I just have to be difficult. Y'all know.
I know she be the main one if she get over there. Like the Sheeta didn't even tell me that I needed a plug. Today I wanted to shave my hair out of all 555,000 days I've been on the planet. That's how she be.
Whatever.
But anything you plug in though, you're gonna need it.
And get rid of things that you don't need if you haven't used it, or your socks are mixed match. Grace, I feel attacked by that, but I am still gonna take my mixed match socks.
If the shoe
with me.
fits.
Ooh, if the shoe fits, wear it with your mismatched socks.
Shoot.
So,
I ain't saying
speaking of mismatched socks, I actually have a bag over there of mismatched socks, like right off camera, that I need to match up before my spouse gets home from deployment because he will throw them all away. And it stresses me out because I know there's a match somewhere and that I will match them. But if it's not readily available, he just throws it in the trash.
Because the washing machine probably ate it a long time ago. You're never gonna find it.
Away.
Yes, the washing machine eats the socks.
The washing machine eats the socks. It's not the dryer. Your dryer will never eat a sock. It's always
Well,
the washing.
that's why y'all need to buy the same color and the same fit. Don't get different colors. Don't get different brands. Don't do any of that. Just make your life easy and get one brand, the same exact sock in multiple pairs, so you'll never have a mismatch.
Yeah.
Yes, you will, because there'll be that one lonely sock you had. Like you had 8 socks, and now you got 7.
Different.
It's just lonely. And then one has more fur balls.
Yeah.
Hold on. They may match, but one has more cotton balls on it than the other. Yes, y'all. I took my socks off to show you.
No.
I don't know if you can see.
Why are you showing us your lenties? I don't know. Why your socks are lenties?
Show you my toes.
And then you got a nerve to take them off your feet and put them on your hands. What are you doing?
They're my socks.
Then you put them on your hands before you start dinner. You're gonna have some musty meat.
If someone better wrap this up.
She's totally grossed out.
Over.
And she smelled them.
Wrap it up. Get us off screen.
See, look. And the other tip that you need is to come hang out with us at MilSpouse Conversations. You can come chat with us about PCS and talk to us about life. Sorry, my dog. Talk to us about socks, whatever. We are real everyday
trying to run
people.
over there and sniff your feet.
What you see is what you get. And I'll show you my toes.
No, I know Tiana ran over there to sniff them.
I'm actually going to get my feet done next week because we have the supply corps ball.
Okay. Did you get the dress? Girl, you been new.
You know,
See, that's why she wait 3 days for the movers. You see?
Mm-hmm.
She wait 2 minutes before the ball to get the dress.
She'd be zipping it up on the way there.
From the store. Get the tag.
I got this. I've been doing this for 20 years. Let's not change now.
Let's not change now, right?
Don't fix what's not broken.
Is it not broken?
All right. Anywho, got your tips, had your laughs. Hey, we make you laugh, we'll make you cry, and we'll give you a resource for that. Whatever that is. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a great day. Remember to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about MilSpouse Conversations. And real quick, I'll be quiet. We are going to have a virtual social hour talking about PCSing. It's going to happen the end of March. Make sure you're paying attention. Sign up. You want to come in and chat with us. And any other military spouse that joins us, you can ask your specific questions about PCSing, about your specific questions about duty stations, whatever. Come
and your
on.
branches, because we're all from different branches, so we can bring your branch specific questions.
Yes, because it is a little different. Them Marines, especially the Air Force people. Since Lori's not here, we can make fun of them. We can not of them, of her. It's only Lori. She's the only one that we like to make fun of. We love all branches. All right, guys. This is bright for real. All right. Bye.